Welcome to episode 6 of Entertain This, a podcast about movies, TV shows, and video games. My name's Hayden, and with me I have Mitch.
Hey, how you doing?
And Tom.
What's up, everybody?
He's getting balder on top and beardier on the bottom.
Vacation beard.
Yeah. And our special guest star today is Joey Thurmond. Woo!
Holy jeez, I'm special?
You are.
That must have been why I had to ride that bus.
Joey is an actor and a producer. What's some stuff that you're working on right now?
Oh, wow. I finished up 3 feature films last year. I got to do Giants Being Lonely, which just premiered at the Venice Film Festival and in Lisbon and won some awesome awards there, and was going to Tribeca. But we'll see how that pans out as the situation unfolds in New York. Son of the South, which is a Spike Lee produced film. Both of those I had.
So you had to meet Spike Lee.
Yeah. I got to work with Cedric the Entertainer and Brian Dennehy and Lucas Till from MacGyver and Lucy Hale.
I had to do a lot of education on Spike Lee for school because he was basically like the front guy for black film production.
Mm-hmm.
Since the 80s.
Yeah.
So.
Kind of the underdog, for a long time. He was kind of the underdog that nobody ever. I mean, he got some attention, but he kind of had to make noise to get it.
Well, I know a lot of his film. I mean, like the vein of all of his films is like racially charged, and there's a lot of making sure there's a proper representation and resignation for black people in the entertainment business, and. Is he as political in person, would you say, as he is in his interview in media and stuff like that? Or
I think that regardless of what our I don't want to say what our agenda, or maybe sometimes it's even what people expect our agenda to be, we're still just people.
Yeah.
And the fact that when we were working on the project, it was just to get the project done and get it done the best that we could. And there was never, even though the story is about a racial scenario that takes place in Southern Alabama, even though that was the storyline, it was still important to tell the story, because I think that a good story, regardless of whether or not it's got the underlying tones of racism or whatever it may be, if you're really watching that story, or if you're making that project, you should be able to make it so that it appeals to everyone, so that everyone can associate or relate to that, so that everybody could see themselves in that position, regardless of color or anything.
A Time to Kill.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. I mean, I've watched a lot of behind the scenes stuff with Spike Lee. He seems a very passionate guy, and it'd blow my year away if I could actually get to talk to him one day. But so that's cool. I'm glad you got to see him and work with him.
Yeah, and it was really cool because Barry Alexander Brown, this is his first movie to direct, and he's been Spike's editor for forever. He's edited most of Spike Lee's major projects. So it was really cool to be able to work with him on his first directorial thing, and everybody there, you could just tell. I mean, there were superstars there and people that I was like, wow, that's so cool. I'm getting to meet this guy and, work with this person. But what I love about it, especially acting, to me, and I know that I'm getting a little bit ahead of the topic maybe, but is that when you're on set, if it's a good set and if it's governed accordingly, there is no, holy crap, look who that is. It doesn't matter because everybody there is just as important as everybody else. Whoever it is that's picking up the trash is just as important as the lead actor, in my opinion. Yeah. Because if it wasn't for the guy picking up the trash, the lead actor wouldn't be able to be there anyway.
Yeah. You've been on some pretty prevalent movies, not just Spike Lee ones. You've been on weren't you in one of the MCU movies? As like a background something or something?
Yes, yeah. Endgame.
Yeah, so you've seen some pretty big, substantial sets.
Yeah.
What's like the most typical Hollywood, just like ridiculous like story that you got from all of your crazy times working on movies?
Ooh, on movies.
I mean, did you ever see like somebody just buy a helicopter right then and there to get an aerial shot that they weren't planning for, or something like that?
No, nothing like that necessarily. I have seen some really good things where when I was working on Godzilla, I think it was, we had it was like a ridiculously hot day. I mean, it was just crazy hot. And there was a ton of actors and a ton of crew. And one of the producers, all of a sudden, there was like 3 ice cream trucks just pulled into the lot, and one of the producers was like, "Okay, everybody take a break. Go. I just bought ice cream for everybody." And I was like, "Holy jeez, there's like 4 or 5 ice cream trucks out there." And he's like, "Yeah, I went and bought it." It's like for them to do that, it was like they were buying ice cream for the neighbor's kids or something.
Yeah, right.
It was really cool.
Well, I mean, like they have that in their budget.
Yeah,
sure, yeah.
But still, that's awesome that they thought.
They just like tell Godzilla, just like take 5 in the ocean or something.
Oh man, did you ever get to see Godzilla?
No, unfortunately not. Unfortunately, not till the movie came out.
He's a mysterious actor.
But it's great because on a set like that, they're like, all right. So there's this huge, disgusting monster, and he's 2 feet away from you. So just imagine it right here.
Right.
You're like, oh, okay. It's the scariest thing you've ever seen. Oh, okay. All right. So sometimes those things, and when you're working with someone. I don't even know what you would call it. It's basically the suit that's got all the little sensor markers on it, to where that person is the character, and you're working with that person as if they are whatever character they are.
Do they have, like the motion capture suits? They usually have like a measuring device that will stick way over their head or something like that. Right. And you're supposed to act up.
Yeah, and you have to know where your marks are if you're looking in the eyes and all that kind of thing. Yeah, so it's cool to do that. I think that it's, in my opinion, I think that it's much easier to do that when you actually have somebody versus just imagining, that you're talking to the bunny rabbit that's going to be put in later or something like that. And so to get back to the original question, the third feature film is The Marks, which is a retro '90s film that's all about pro wrestling and backyard wrestling and all that kind of stuff.
You definitely have Mitch's attention,
which is cool. It's awesome, yeah.
But so you're playing some pretty substantial roles, and these are you would call them micro budget, low budget films.
Giants Being Lonely and Son of the South, the Spike Lee film, they're all full budget.
Yeah. Okay. So like $1 million plus. Okay.
Yes.
Wow. And you got substantial speaking roles, main role. That's awesome.
In Giants Being Lonely, I'm a supporting actor. I play a baseball scout that's kind of got his eye on the lead actor. Mm-hmm. And in Son of the South, I play the gentleman's boxing coach because it kind of starts in the school of boxing, if you will. Right. And so I get to play, Lucas Till plays the guy that plays MacGyver now, the new MacGyver. He's the lead star. And I'm his boxing coach, and it just kind of goes from there.
Interesting. And
now in The Marks, I'm sorry, but I'm one of the leads in The Marks.
Yeah. And from your experience with working with like A-list, like top, $100 million directors to these low budget nobodies, that what do you think? Like, do they all do it different? What's like the production quality? Is there like anything that sticks out that's the same, or is it just a chaos experience for every single movie you're on?
Some of the sets you go to, and it is chaotic a lot of times, and then some you go to others and it's very organized. It's just everybody's getting their work done, everything's flowing along, and
would that be expected for, like, obviously you would expect that for like the $100 million movies, or is it just sometimes just as crazy as you've seen it?
No, to be perfectly honest, just for me, I expect it every set, whether it's a $100 million set or whether it's a $50 set.
Right.
I think that just to have some organization and accountability, and just an idea of the vision of which everybody's going for. It's leadership.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is. It's leadership, and you lead by doing, not by telling. So,
I would love to just be a fly on the wall for one of those movies, just to see, just to take notes, observe, do stuff.
There are. I'm obviously not going to say what film it was, but there was one particular film that was a very, very large budget, multi-million-dollar budget, and it's an establishing shot that we're going for, and we done it 69 times.
What?
and I completely understand that.
Do you have Kubrick as your director?
I completely understand that sometimes you have to go back and do it again and make it right. but this was a shot that literally did not move the story forward at all.
Yeah.
So, after several takes of minimal actors and equipment and things, if you haven't got it in several takes, you're probably not going to get it with this equipment. 69 times that's a lot. Is ridiculous. Yeah. No, and then on the other side of that, I have been on sets where we've got 3 cameras. Okay, we're going to rehearse it. Everybody watch the rehearsal. Set your cameras, set your lights. Here we go. We're going to do it. We're going to do it 2 times. Boom, boom, boom. We've captured it from 3 different angles. Moving on. Yeah, but I didn't. It doesn't matter what you did. We're moving on. So, and I feel like that's great in the fact that you're being very efficient with your production. But there just has to be time that you're sacrificing quality for moving along quicker.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure that's the biggest crux nowadays with film, especially when they have these crazy schedules. The thing that is going to be the most interesting for me about this whole Corona nonsense is once things are greenlit, I can only assume that production schedules are going to be squished even smaller now.
Well, I'm interested to see what's actually going to be the fruits of pilot season.
Yeah.
Because all of this happened,
they're going to throw stuff out. Yeah.
Yeah. It happened in the middle.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of pilots that are just locked, that are just frozen in time, if you will. So a lot of projects that, obviously pilot season, they toss a lot of projects that never get greenlit, that's what it's for. But I feel like that crop is probably going to be significantly smaller this year than what it may have been.
Absolutely.
Well, I know like for some shows like The Walking Dead, Supernatural, which I like to watch, they pretty much had to stop where they're at, and they're going to make like a TV movie kind of thing for the season finale sometime later this year.
But it's only going to be like, what, a 6-episode season and then a movie at the end or something like that?
No, I mean, they're in the middle of their season now, but they didn't get to finish what they had originally planned, so they have like 1 or 2 episodes that were supposed to be left, and it'll just be like a TV movie to finish the season finale.
And I don't necessarily think that that's a bad thing. No. To be honest with you, I think that it's going to be a good little curveball, or just a different break in the monotony of, okay, we're going to do 12 episodes this season, or we're going to do 6 or whatever it's going to be. I think for the viewer, it should be even more exciting for TV shows like that, because what are they going to do? Yeah. And not only that, but if in order to get to the end of the story for this season, we're going to have to get there quicker now.
Yeah.
So I think that, I don't know, it's kind of exciting as far as that goes. I think it would be a challenge as an actor.
It's definitely unknown waters, and it's especially people like me who don't matter for anything in the production world right now, but I'm trying to dabble with stuff here and there and be interested. I'm just sitting back, with my candy in my hand, just watching like a little kid, just trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
And it's a great learning experience. Yeah. It really, really is. It's a great time for us to figure out, oh, well, we can do this with this. Or we can do that. We can tell stories like this. And a lot of what we're seeing right now, especially on social media, it's a different way of seeing things. There's a lot of creativity popping out.
Yeah.
If you're watching at all, there's a lot of creativity popping out from cell phone videos and things like that. And you're going to see a little bit of a change.
Well, now, you have a very interesting background. There's actually, I would say, a giant push for law enforcement, especially in the South, a very red area where like the New Hollywood and Atlanta and stuff like that is. You see a lot of retired cops or people from the military or whatever working blue-collar security-esque kind of jobs, military jobs, something like that. And then this Hollywood new ideal, new business. I think last I heard it was over $6 billion for Atlanta, the entertainment industry in Atlanta. And you see a lot of average Joes, such as yourself, dipping their toes in the water. And how would you describe that experience coming from a law enforcement background to just getting into big time movies and stuff like that? So rigorous. It wasn't seamless.
Oh, it definitely wasn't seamless.
Yeah.
I kind of just backed into it like a hot stove, to be honest with you. I mean, the history that I have before law enforcement. So I was already I was already a performer before then, and
what were you doing?
I was a pro wrestler.
Yeah, what was your?
Yeah, well, when I was working independent and for Global Wrestling Federation, I was Mad Dog Joe, and then when I got hired by WCW, they were changing my appearance and everything, and I was Joe Thurmond, M-A-N, instead of M-O-N-D, and my persona was going to be the All-American Kid,
right?
Because I was young and and all that kind of stuff. So everything was going to be red, white, and blue, and Letterman jackets and all that kind of stuff. But so for me, I had that before I ever got into law enforcement.
Yeah,
and
well, I mean, don't answer this if you don't want to, and if there's anything weird about this, I can just kind of go back and detail whatever you need me to.
No, you can ask me anything you want to. It curves to the left a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that answers my question. No. But anyways, so the wrestling career, what happened to that? Why did that kind of?
Yeah, absolutely, sure. We were working. I had a year left with my my contract, and WCW. I got a chance to go over there and work, and I went over there, and we were working a match that was a TV show that was leading up to the Halloween Havoc pay-per-view. And
what year is this?
This was 1992. Whew. This was 1992, so it's been
been a minute.
Yeah, 12 years ago. And so we were working a TV show that was building up the main characters leading into Halloween Havoc. And that night I was working Leon White, which everybody knows is Big Van Vader. And that night, obviously, I was the small kid. He was the big giant monster, and he was the world's heavyweight champ at the time. And we get in the ring, and we're doing a quick match to build him going into Halloween Havoc. And we get to the finishing move. The finishing move is his finisher is a power bomb. And when we got into the finishing move, whether it was by accident or design, when we done the finish, when we done the bomb, I landed across the back of my neck and back of my head, which folded me over, and it broke my back in two places. It paralyzed me from my bottom rib down, and it took around 18 to 23, 29 hours, something like that, before I started getting any sensation back. Yeah. This was after the doctors had came in and told me that was it. I wasn't going to walk anymore and all these kinds of things.
Oh my God.
So after that, they took care of me for the rest of the time I was healing up. But there was a little bit of deception in how that was handled, and at the end of when I was released, I was basically told that there's not a place for you here, and good luck to you. And
so I always grew up kind of taking a crap on this wrestling stuff. I knew it was fake as a kid. I couldn't understand people that liked it or whatnot.
Sure.
And he still patronizes me now.
Well, working with Mitch, I will say that he has shown me some of the more fascinating, because it's basically just improvisation Broadway with fighting in the middle of nowhere.
It is the most physical form of narrative entertainment that you'll ever watch,
and it's true like that. I never thought of it like that, and it's fascinating to see just how choreographed and athletic and skilled and
not to break your line of speech there, but that in my opinion is the true beauty of what you're seeing, is that it's not choreographed.
Really,
it's kind of on the fly.
You got you got three guys in there working, and it's all on the fly.
Really,
with the exception of what the ending needs to be, as long as it moves the story forward. So what you're seeing is you've got three guys in the ring, and I'm including the ref that's working in there. Because the ref is a fantastic source of information.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and
he's watching the crowd.
He's watching the crowd. He's watching you, and while all this is going on, you have one guy that's the brain of the outfit, if you will, when it's done right, and everybody else is just listening.
Yeah,
and that guy, whoever the brain is generally the most senior guy there. He's going to take care of all three of you. He's going to give everybody their opportunities, and it's going to be a good story for the fans. So he's thinking this thing through, but at the same time, it's a give and take. It's an on the fly There's no choreography to it. It's know how to do it, know how to do it all,
and just go with it. Yeah.
and go.
Yeah, you can have that. I don't know. I couldn't even imagine producing something like that because, I mean, an injury is obviously one of the bigger of your concerns. But what happens if somebody just, completely flubs, just freezes up on stage, or
What it actually does for you is it builds your improvisational skills immensely.
I bet. I mean,
you have no choice.
Yeah,
you have no choice because what are you gonna? You can't do it like we do it now. Okay, cut. Let's try it again.
Yeah,
it doesn't work that way. Yeah,
reset.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
It looks pretty live to me. I don't know about you. But
also, it took a while to explain to Brandon. I'm like, these guys are telling a story without ever talking while they're out there.
Yeah,
there's
plenty
great.
of talking though.
Yeah.
But you know what I meant.
Like they'll DDT a guy and go into the life story for 15
Yeah, but they're not talking like to the camera or to the audience.
Yeah.
They're just
sometimes
if you guys only knew some of the conversations, it's fantastic.
Well, that's crazy. And what's interesting now is because of the Corona stuff going on, they're not doing live. They are, but they're not. They don't have an audience.
Have you seen anything recently? Like in the last week or two? They're at their performance center and they're just wrestling, and they've kind of designed it where there's just lights around the edges, and it's weird because you're used to hear the crowd in the background.
Yeah.
Well, it's weird now. But in the 70s, if you remember, everything that NWA, which turned into WCW, everything they shot was every Saturday morning. That you go down to the Techwood Studios down Techwood Drive in Atlanta, and you had a small television studio in there, and you maybe had 45 or 60 people. That was the entire audience. That was it.
Yeah.
And they were all on one side. You had hard cams on one side, just like a studio. You had your audience on the back side of the ring, and to the left of that, you had the podium for the interviews. That was it. And now what you're seeing is something that looks abnormal. But if you go back and watch some of those old TV shows from then, it was the norm to have 25 or 50 people in there.
I mean, they've even changed the way they film because, typically you would look at the ring from the TV, and then the ramp goes up to the left. You get your announcers that sit on the right. Well, now they're filming to where, like, the stage is right behind the ring, and everything's just looking straight to the stage with the ring in the center. And
are they acting like, pay no attention to the changes because the Corona?
Oh no, I mean they acknowledge it. I mean,
okay, all right.
And that's one of the things that they've, for the WrestleMania that comes up in, I guess, 2 or 3 weeks, they've kind of gone away from some of the traditional matches. They're having some of the more gimmick matches like Last Man Standing, where they can go anywhere they need to fight.
You've got to do something to because as a worker, it's if you've ever been a live performer, it's tough because every now and then you're going to get those audiences that sit on their hands.
Yeah.
And they just watch. I call them TV audiences. They're used to watching TV and they don't have to interact.
Right.
I think it would be a challenge. It'd be fun, honestly. I think to go and try to work those matches where it's just you and the other guy, and I think it'd be fun because that's a whole new. It's a whole new ball game now that you can't turn around and yell at somebody or somebody's trying to throw a Coke or a corn dog at you. That's awesome.
You got all the good guys that always pander to the audience to get them to cheer and stuff. There's nobody there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so you injured, you got injured, and then you phased out of wrestling, and then what happened?
Then I went and got into law enforcement. I had a fantastic career.
Was it 15 years?
16 years. 16 years, and
with Atlanta.
Got to work, and got to work all over the state of Georgia, and got to do all kinds of fun stuff. From
craziest cop story.
Yeah, craziest cop story. Oh wow,
you probably drug addiction.
Where the statute of limitations is passed.
All of them have.
That's the disclaimer, folks.
Yeah. Oh wow. Let's see. I go to a house one night, get a call for a citizen assist, and this was probably 9 months into my start, so I was still had milk on my lips, right? And I go to this house for the citizen, and it's like 2:30 in the morning, and go to the front porch, and I'm the only one there, by the way. I started working in a very small town. There was only 2 of you on duty at a time.
Oh my!
There's 2. There's 2 for the whole town, and the other guy. Yeah, when you made an arrest, if you had to run to the county jail was 15 miles away. All right, so there was 4 deputies in the whole county, 1 trooper, and us two. That was it. All right. So the other guy's gone. He's got a prisoner. He's taken to county jail. The 4 deputies that are in the county are all working one call, and the trooper is with them because it's like a fatality crash somewhere out in the county, right? So literally the Lone Ranger. Right? Literally the Lone Ranger.
Put on like a mask and a hat.
Yeah, exactly. So I go get to this house, and I didn't even go to the front door. I walked up to the front porch and took my flashlight and knocked on the porch, and the door kind of cracks open like a third of the way, and this lady, she goes, I said, "Can I help you?" And she goes, "I need your handcuff key." And I said,
I know this is going.
Well,
I said, "Do what now?" And she said, "I need you to give me your handcuff keys." And I said, "Ma'am, I'm not going to give you any of my equipment. What can I do for you?"
Right.
And she opens the door a little bit more, still not all the way open. She said, "Just come on in." And I said, I'm not doing that either. I'm not doing that either at this point. I'm already, that was the reason I didn't go to the door in the first place, because I'm the only one within 15 miles.
Yeah, right.
And I said, "No, I'm not doing that either." And she said, just come in the house. And I'm like, "Not doing it." So we go back and forth. And she said, "Well, then give me your keys." And I said, "I'm not giving you anything. Right. What I'm going to do is get back in the car and leave. Is what I'm going to do." And she's like, "Hang on just a minute." So she closes the door. Well, and like I hear all this banging and bumping around, blam, 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 blam. And so then the door opens back up again like a third of the way. And she's standing there, and there's a guy with his head stuck around the side of the door. And she goes, "Okay, can I have your keys now?" And I'm like, "Absolutely not. We're still where we were when I got here." So finally she gets the door opened as far as she can. And this is after all this banging and stuff going back and forth with this guy. And when she gets the door opened as far as she can, there is a huge piece of the footboard of a bed. And this guy is twisted up like a contortionist. I have no idea how his hands, how the cuffs got his hands twisted in such a way.
But why was he handcuffed to the head?
Look,
no judgment.
All I know is she was the only one wearing clothes. Let me check. Her and I were the only ones wearing clothes. And that was when I just took my cuff keys off of my belt, and I said, "Here you go." And she said, you can do it." And I was like, "No, I'm not gonna. I'm not pulling anything. I'm not pulling anything out of the way to get to the holes of those handcuffs."
Gloves.
And that was, I told her exactly that. I said, "You can just keep those. It seems like you might have a need for them in the future." So that was probably not the worst, but that's the worst one I'm going to talk about.
Yeah, that's another day for some people. Yeah, I hear you. Wow, cool.
And I just remember thinking, I'm 9 months in, man. This is only going to get better.
So you had a very obviously prolific career in law enforcement.
I had a good time.
16 years of that, and then you started doing. What was your first real piece of acting gig after law enforcement? What would you say?
My first real piece of acting. Mm-hmm. Well, I'll tell you how I was still policing. Mm-hmm. The first movie that I ever got involved with, I was still policing, and I was working an extra job when they were filming Remember the Titans. And my job was to sit in this parking lot with 9 trucks that was gated up and closed off. Don't let anything come in, don't let anything leave.
Right.
No problem. And it was 16-hour shifts. I was sitting there for 16 hours a day, just
making bank.
Yeah. And it was good bank, especially at the time.
Yeah.
Now, that's 17, 18 years ago now. And so one of the producers comes by to get something out of one of the trucks, and he goes, "Hey, you want to play football?" And I'm like, "I got to stay here, And he goes, "Yeah, but we need extra ball players,
right,
if you want to come, And I was like, I don't know what you're paying, but I was making $60 an hour.
Wow.
Yeah, 16 hours. That you do the math. That was
money.
a sweet day, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, "All right." So he leaves. Well, he comes back in like 15 minutes. He goes, "I tell you what, we'll pay you what you're making here and this rate if you'll just come down and play ball. Just put on a uniform and just get out there and run around on the field." Break my heart.
Sounds like a
All right,
plan.
no worries. So I ended up being a ball player and went to probably 6 different locations.
Yeah.
And I'm real easy to find. Just look for the shortest guy on the field. So that was my first first any kind of thing. That was just background, of course. But
did you kind of self-teach yourself the more you kind of grew up in your career? Did you go to any acting schools or anything like that? Or
I think that wrestling really gave me one of the things that my coach has said from day one was that you have an ability to just walk into the scene. Mm-hmm. You just leave whatever you have behind, and you go into it full on.
Right.
And to me, that's not a challenge.
Right.
To me, it's not a challenge to say, okay, well, this is John Smith or John Brown. Okay, now this is John Smith or John Brown, and we're going to do whatever he does.
Yeah.
To me, that's a simple part. But nailing down who he actually is and building the character and developing it and getting to know who or what he is really fun. Playing someone that either has been a real person or is a real person, that's a fun challenge for
really?
me.
That'd be terrifying.
That's a fun. Mm-hmm. I love being able to, like the Son of the South film. I didn't get to meet the guy.
Yeah.
But I got to meet the guy that Lucas Till's character was playing.
Right.
And he was able to give me very specific things. Uh-huh. And so he would tell me 3 or 4 things, and I would say, oh, so it's like this.
Right.
And he would say, yeah, just like that. Yeah. And so it's really good to have those pieces of direction. Yeah. To answer the question without all of that ranting, I guess there's a project that's believe it or not still in development. That's a series that supposedly 3 or 4 of the episodes are done. Uh-huh. Was my very first more or less lead role.
Yeah.
And it's the working title of it's called The Confetti. I'm assuming that's going to remain.
Okay.
But it's it's listed on IMDb and everything else. It's just yet to be released.
Well, I can understand that.
Yeah.
But it among other things.
Yeah. Oh, there's a ton of them, man.
Yeah. It's the world. But
you learn every time. That's the thing. Regardless of what happens, I think that it's important to learn something new every single time at every set, because I've always said you can learn more about what you don't want to do by watching other people than what you really do want to do.
Absolutely. Wow, that's awesome. Like people like us we're a little bit younger than you. So, but
thanks a lot.
I know I'm the youngest.
But we all have passion in film, productions of some sorts, and so it's cool to see somebody who came somewhat from the same background. Who's definitely like making headway in all this.
Yeah, so. And I think that one of the coolest things you just said was passion. Mm-hmm. That's one of the coolest things about being on a set is that almost everybody there is an artist.
Yeah.
When I done the TV show Valor for the CW, I done a season of that.
Yeah.
And it was really cool because everybody almost that was on the crew and stuff, everybody was an artist. Our wardrobe designers, it was fun just to watch them show up for work because these costume designers, they would come in with some new outfit on every single day. And it was like, I wonder, one day, they look like Elton John. The next day they come in there looking like the guy from Deliverance, which is awesome. And a good movie set and a good director fosters that.
Right.
They know how to foster that and keep it in check at the same time.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the coolest things about doing this.
Well, we'll probably dip back more into your amazing, crazy stories and stuff like that, because I've heard, just from knowing you for a minute, I've heard a lot of hilarious stuff. So you also do improv too, which is
I do a little improv.
Yeah,
I was
comedy and comedy tours. And stuff
I was able to tour as a comedian for. We had a permanent show in Branson, Missouri for 2 years, and then we had a permanent show up in Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Yeah.
For about 6 months. We were permanent there for one spring season, summer.
Cool.
And
I'm sure. Yeah. So if you just get inspiration, spitball something.
Yeah, absolutely.
But all right, cool. So we'll move on to talking about what.
We don't want to forget the punishment. Do we?
Yeah. Oh yes,
I had a punishment.
Great job, McGee.
This movie was awesome.
It was a punishment for me. It was not for McGee, for Mitch there. So Ford, Ford, he had this great idea for whoever gets punished in the last episode to watch a movie called Samurai Cop. I'm just telling you right now, I'm rating this like a 1.5. This was the worst movie.
Rated that high.
This was the worst movie I think I have ever seen. It was bad. So
even the movie trailer acknowledges it's horrible.
You probably need to visit more film festivals.
I don't know, man. Try this movie out. It's like notorious for how bad it is. Honestly, it's famous. It's so bad. The main actor, he did this movie, went into hiding for 20 years. 20 years. People thought he was dead.
That's amazing.
And then he resurfaced to do the sequel.
Oh, that's great.
It's like we're doing a second one. He's
That's
just
great.
like he's just in the woods. He's got like a beard. He's chopping wood. So
No,
like producers
like-
find it's like it's time for Samurai Cop 2,
Yeah.
and he just like goes like I'm ready. Take him away.
That's awesome.
So the director, his name is Amir Shevra something. He's this Iranian guy that went to studied film in America, and so he decided that he was going to do an American Lethal Weapon-esque film.
That wasn't even
Shut up,
close.
Mitch. I'm not even done describing.
The setup is fantastic. Please,
Well,
please
so-
deliver.
But the director, he thinks he knows how American films are done, so he does it from his like skewed Middle Eastern like glass veil of watching American films, But he like his lines are just horrible.
He's like, this is what Americans want.
Yes, yeah.
Nice.
I mean, he demands that the lines be his way. He won't let his people alter the script whatsoever. Somebody says,
That's fun.
Yeah, somebody says, shoot this man, like 5 times in 1 minute. Just
Nice.
and very, very deadpan and plain. But I couldn't tell you the plot of this movie. I don't know. It's something about a cop. They call him Samurai Cop and he and his partner, who's a black guy. They keep referencing the fact that he's black the entire time because they want you to know that he's a cool jive black partner or whatever.
So it could be like Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, they were basically just ripping off Lethal Weapon. Anyways, there's a kung fu gang clan.
There always is.
I don't know what they do, but they just kill people.
They were bad guys.
They
How
showed up
many
and
of
started
those have
killing
we
people.
run into
Yeah.
in our time?
But anyway, they at the end of the movie, some of the worst choreographed action scenes I'd ever seen. The main I watched an interview with the main actor, and he was like, I didn't know anything about fighting, and the director demanded that we do it all in one take, not like a one shot, but like if they do a sword slash or whatever, they're doing that, and whatever happens, it's gonna be in the final cut. So, like, there was so much forgot in the original shot that when they released the crew and the cast, they started to put the movie together. That they realized, oh no, we forgot all these shots and stuff like that. So they called everybody back. Well, the main actor, his name is Matt Hannon. Yeah, he had cut his long hair, his Mel Gibson hair thing going on, and he cut it all the way down to short. So they went and got him this like horrible wig.
It's a woman's wig.
A woman's wig.
Fantastic.
That's
And-
amazing.
And like every other shot, you see him wearing this like wig, just constantly moving around his body.
It's like Alec Guinness in the first Star Wars movie with his like toupee. Like sometimes it's like down in the front,
Yeah.
other times in the back. Sometimes it's parted one
It's
way,
all
the other
over
time
the
it looks like
place.
he like combed it with firecrackers.
It was so bad, and like the main actor, he said he'd call me in and make. So they couldn't get the locations that they needed to reshoot in, so he would have to just give exposition dialogue. So he'd call him into his production office, like where his office is at, put him against a flat, nothing wall, and push the camera like this close to his face, where all you could see was like his mouth and his eyebrows, nothing higher, nothing lower.
Nice.
And then he'd be like, all right, read these lines. And he said, I would just do it as horrible and bland as possible without blinking, looking directly into the camera or something like that, hoping that it would sabotage it and he just wouldn't use it.
Right.
And he's like, shame on me, because he used it. So,
The guys just said like, "This is gold. This man's getting an Oscar."
Yes, do that.
yep, they pumped it out and they made it work.
And
So,
while Watch Mojo is not, official by any means, but the fight scene made it into the top 10 worst fight scenes ever on WatchMojo.com.
yeah. This dude gets his arm cut off from like the elbow down, and then it cuts to the guy, and he's just got like a little shoulder, like it looks like a roll of toilet paper with like some
or like a little
They
pool
dipped it in red
noodle or
paint.
something.
Yeah.
It's
That's
horrible.
awesome.
You know, they were just like pulling hair out to come up with special effects out of nowhere.
We got $20. Make this shot happen.
But it was so bad. It was so bad. The opening shot, it's a guy delivering a line, and in the mid-line, they did a cut where they overlaid something behind it. So it was 2 takes that they just meshed together in the middle of his speech, so his head just jerks to the left out of nowhere. And I was like, okay, this is how we're starting this off. All right. So, but
Set the pace.
yeah. And so like the rest of the movie, like the color temperature, they'll do 50-50s or over the shoulders for the 2 characters talking. One guy will be in urine yellow, like lighting. The other guy will be in like this beige, off-put yellow color, and they're in the same universe. There's no reason why that lighting should be so different, but they do it anyway. And so that just goes to show. I thought like this movie was made to poke at people who care about production quality. Like it was just a big old middle finger about whether or not you care about film production and whatever. It's still going to get out there. It's still going to get famous. No, this guy was 100% serious. It's a Amir Shevra guy.
Just the setup is perfect. I mean, how could it possibly miss? You've got an Iranian national giving you what he thinks his version of American policing is.
Yep.
Yeah.
With just a hint of ninja.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, samurai.
Just samurai. Sorry. Oh, please, that's it.
And I remember they never exactly explained why he was called Samurai God.
They just said he's from San Diego.
Which is where most of the samurais go.
I mean, I've been out there.
Everybody
but
knows
you'd
San
be
Diego's a
surprised.
hotbed for samurai.
Yeah.
You know, you go to like Walt Disneyland or some shit, everybody's got fanny packs. You go to San Diego, people are just carrying around katanas.
Yeah.
It's completely different.
It is so bad. It has Robert Zadar. He's an actor that has he's the bad guy in the film. He was in Tango and Cash. That's probably the most famous movie he was in. But he had this chin thing. Like he had plastic surgery done, I guess, over the course of his life to give him more of a blockier, manlier chin. But it looks like a Minecraft character. Like his head is
Just a
so
complete
square. And it's so distracting. With a beard on, I was just like, what is going on with this dude's face?
I feel like I need to watch this.
Very strange. I was dying.
Yeah, God forbid you just play the parts that fit your types.
Yeah.
Let's go in and trim a little here and take a little off there and add some.
They did it. Like there's one part where I'll talk too much about this, but they're doing a car chase scene and the driver is this Hispanic guy with a mustache. The car catches on fire for some reason. Whatever, go with it. So the guy gets out of the car, he's dancing around on flames, and then the actors themselves put him out. They lay him down. The guy who's on fire looks at the camera. It is a perfectly Anglo-Saxon Caucasian white guy just looking right at the camera, glaring
But
at
was
it.
there a mustache?
There was not even a mustache. Not even a mustache.
Damn
I'm
it.
out.
Yep.
Can you keep that
I
continuity?
was in until right there.
the actor, Matt Hannon or whatever, he was like saying, I've got no training in how to put somebody out on fire. I'm an actor. I'd never been taught anything. The director's like, there's a fire extinguisher, go put him out. And they start filming, and he's just like, trying to save this guy's life on
Stop,
camera.
drop, and roll. I just like usually like this actor had to go into hiding because of this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been actors where like they played a character and people see him like in real life and they're just like, you're a piece of
Wow. Oh, dude, let
the
me
guy
tell
from Ghostbusters and the dude from Die Hard.
Yes.
That guy gets threatened like all the time.
Yeah.
I've done a short, and it's a great short. I the message is fantastic. It's called California, where I play an abusive husband, and I can't tell you, like to this day, you can still go on YouTube and look where somebody's put the link up, and it's like, oh, I can't wait to meet this guy.
This guy in the street. And knock him out.
I actually got a message from a lady, and she was like, I am so disappointed in you. And I'm like, please do tell, And she's like, I thought I held you in such higher regard. I can't believe that you would do things like this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you do realize this is a film.
Yeah.
It's a movie. This is
She's
real.
She's not one of the smart, as you call them.
Yeah.
For
And this
wrestling.
goes on and on and on for like another 2 days back and forth with this lady. And finally I said, okay, ma'am, I said, let me ask you something. I said, have you ever seen a play at church? And she goes, yeah. Have you ever seen a Judgment Day play at church? Yeah. Was there anybody that played the devil? Well, yeah, but that was Brother Tommy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Here's your son.
Do you see where we're going with this
This
thing?
is called acting.
Well, anyways,
Man.
I give Samurai Cop a 1.5 because they try, like, it was their intent. If their intent was to get on my nerves and make the worst movie ever so everybody could laugh at it, I give it like a 4 or 5 because, you know, like, that's what they were going for.
It's like a trauma.
But no, they were trying their best to make like the next Lethal Weapon knockoff movie, and it was horrible. Since they did not hit their goal, it made me question what film is. Do I even know what a movie is by the entire?
Oh my god!
Like,
having like an
This
identity
movie was so
crisis.
bad. He was willing to step back and question his
I
own
was
existence.
like, well, yeah, I was like, I literally couldn't watch some parts. It was so painful.
I was like picturing you like standing like by a lake at like sunset with like a rock just thrown and going like, "Who am I?"
So it's basically one of those where if you knew that it was made to be a comedy, you would have laughed.
Yeah, absolutely.
But since you knew that it wasn't,
the gratuitous sex scenes. There's this. They just cut to him and this girl having sex, and they're laying like corpses on top of each other,
Like in the room.
fish kissing, the most awkward tongue, and then boobs all over. Like it's so horrible. Like and it's like 15 minutes long. This awkward sex scene, and I'm just like, why are we watching this? Move on. Like when they finally cut away, I was like, oh, I can live again.
Hayden ranks this a 1.5, but sitting here watching him watch the movie as I'm watching was the most hysterical thing I've seen. I laughed so hard, my eyes were watering, my side was hurting, just to see his reaction to it.
I don't get why that scene was awkward.
Yeah, you know? give the movie a watch. All right?
Give it a gander.
Yeah. All right. Punishment done.
Don't worry, when it's his turn, he's watching Samurai Cop 2.
Nope. Moving on to the next list.
Oh, there you go.
Let's knock this list out.
There is a sequel.
All right, Mitch.
All right, well, for this week, since there's not a whole lot going on in movies and TVs, we're reviewing the top 10 end of the world movies, and we picked the top 15 from IMDb, and then we kind of ranked them ourselves, and we have our list now of the four of us combined intellect on these movies.
Some more than others.
Good luck.
We'll start off with number 10, which was Cloverfield, which I liked. Hayden's
I
not a
like
big
that
fan.
movie.
Eh.
It's all right. I appreciate it for what it is.
It's
a big monster movie.
it was one of the original, like, you know,
Found footage.
film it like you're
Yeah, found
Yeah.
footage.
yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. I think, you know, if you watch it once, you get your entertainment value out of it, but I don't really want to watch it again. So.
Well, what's neat though is they ended up. It's technically a trilogy now. You have 10 Cloverfield Lane and the
Sure.
Cloverfield Paradox,
Sure.
which they're related but not.
They have the title. That's about it.
But they all exist within the same world at the same time.
You could say that. You could say Indiana Jones and Star Wars exist in the same world at the same time.
But they actually play to it in the Netflix movie, the Paradox.
Oh yeah, they do have some cutaways.
They talk about how it's something with dimensional travel or something, or opening up a parallel world is what allowed the monster to get into the original Cloverfield.
Yeah. Whatever. It was okay.
The one thing I didn't like about it, I'm like, how come it's got to be in New York City?
It's always.
It's like it's always New York City. Like it's like, oh, there's the cover. It's like there's the Statue of Liberty's head just ripped off and chucked somewhere. It's like Godzilla broke it, Cloverfield monster broke it,
Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes. I'm like, go to another city. There's more. It's not just New York.
Because it's recognizable as a worldwide place.
Yeah.
And I could
That's
see
the reason why.
the peach in Atlanta rolling down the street or something like that. That'd be kind of fantastic.
That's a shot that was waiting to happen.
Absolutely. You should make that.
It's copyrighted. Nobody else can use it.
But you should do it Samurai Cop style. And just wait till peaches go in season and just get one and roll it down the street. Just shoot it really close.
Make sure, like halfway through though, you change to like a different peach.
Yeah,
with a different shape to it. And it's
Different
rolling.
shape,
Yeah.
yeah.
To show
Different
perspective,
colors,
instead of like people, you got like the little tiny green army men. You just painted them like people, and they still got like little foot stands, and you're trying to move them.
All right.
Don't steal the ideas, folks.
We'll move on to the number 9 is Sunshine, which a lot of people probably didn't see. It's something that it cost more to make than what it made.
Yeah, it didn't do well in the box office. It's Danny Boyle's third movie, I think. It's a science fiction. Like, the plot sounds really dumb.
Mm-hmm.
The sun's going to explode, so a bunch of scientists get on a spaceship to
Nuke it.
To nuke it, to start the sun back up again or whatever.
It's running low on fuel. Nuke it.
But it's the reason why I like the film. What did I put it? I put it number 3 on my list because I like space dramas. 2001 is my favorite movie ever made. And to kind of have there's a running theme with space movies that the farther away that you get from Earth, the weirder stuff happens. And they do a good job with that. Like the closer they get to the sun, the more just bananas crazy the plot gets and people killing each other and stuff like that. And yeah, the nuking the sun to save the Earth is kind of dumb, but it ends up pretty much becoming a suicide mission, and like them all coming to terms about that is pretty fascinating, and how that goes around, and everybody's psychology. It's got great actors, Chris Evans, Cillian Murphy, or Killian as they say from the UK.
Yeah,
and Michelle Yeoh is in it.
The Asian fellow, he played the captain. He's in a lot of stuff. I can't remember his name. So he was in like The Last Samurai. He was in this. He was
in, he was
Life.
in that other space movie, Live.
Hiroyuki, I don't know how you pronounce it, but Hiroyuki Sanada.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
The guy who was in the first season of Fear the Walking Dead.
Oh, the Middle Eastern dude.
Yeah. He's in a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's Troy Garrity, Cliff Curtis, Benedict Wong.
Benedict Wong, he's a good one.
Mark Strong. Yeah,
That's right.
There's several.
Yeah.
The Hiroyuki guy, he's really interesting because he's from Japan and he refuses to do any generic Asian character. So like, because I guess America's, we're really crappy about casting people when it comes to like, we need an Asian guy, and whatever, you're from China, be in this movie. And he's like, no, I'm from Japan. I will only do this role if you say I'm from Japan. So he's trying to do better Japanese American representation by demanding that his role be authentic to his race, which I think is pretty interesting.
He's also going to be in the new Mortal Kombat movie. It's Scorpion.
I guess Scorpion's Japanese now. So
he's always been Japanese.
Oh, has he? I don't know. I don't know. All right, what else you got?
Next, we move on. Number 8 was Armageddon.
Another nuke it.
You've seen Armageddon, at least, haven't
Yeah, yes.
Okay, all right. I know that you were hit and miss with this list, but
Yeah, a little bit.
Another plot where the end result is nuke it.
yeah, that's very
Yes.
Michael Bay, though.
Yes.
Danny Boyle's more like, how do we philosophically nuke it? Michael Bay's like, bigger explosions.
Big asteroid. We're getting together the A-Team. Aerosmith's going to play soundtrack stuff. We're going to blow up a big meteor. Bruce Willis.
We sit here and we talk about these things, but just like Samurai Cop, not to go back to this, but somewhere at some point, there was a group of folks that sat around a table and read this script, and everybody was like, yes, let's do this. Let's. And there were people out there at some point that were like, dude, here is a blank check with my name on it. Just do whatever you need to do. I will give you whatever
this
you
movie.
Yes.
Whatever the cost.
Make this happen.
A lot of movies back in the cocaine epidemic were made just because people weren't in the right frame of mind. Actually, there's one dude in the film. He's a cop or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
He pops out with his like perfect coke mustache. Like he's got the white powder right under his nose. Nobody addresses it whatsoever. Like he just did blow and then did his take and then pop smoke.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I was just like,
Shows
wow.
up like, bring your Parker. We're expecting flurries.
They couldn't even like try and work around that, but whatever.
Brush his lip a little bit.
You got something there.
You get one take.
We are burying Samurai Cop. Armageddon. Yeah, it was good when it came out. I'm one of the few people that actually like Deep Impact better.
I like that movie, but I did like this one just because of the star power.
Yeah.
But for Armageddon, they made it with 140 million. It made 553.
Yeah, it was a big
only
movie.
140 million.
Hey, you got to pay.
Return.
We got all them actors. You got to pay them.
Yeah.
Bruce
Liv,
Willis
Liv
ain't
Tyler
cheap,
had
son.
to be in the movie.
Yeah, that's how she got her start. Was Steven Tyler demanded that she be in it for him to do the music.
What year did Armageddon come out?
98. I think.
Okay, so
yeah,
before,
1998.
Lord of the Rings.
I like the characters. They're all funny. They kind of get a little like I'm kind of all right. It's time for that guy to die now. But,
All right,
like,
enough of you.
Yeah, but the wittiness. They're very defined characters. Michael Bay is pretty bad when it comes to like you don't see a lot of his movies anymore because he just cannot adapt to the times. like the way he treats women in his film are just horrible. So, the rest of the actors and the characters that they play are pretty fascinating. So, yeah.
How many other chances will you get to have Steve Buscemi playing? His name's Rockhound in the movie, getting to ride a nuclear bomb in space on an asteroid. He's not riding it into the scenes. He's sitting on top of it.
Well, he's doing. You know what movie he's doing, don't you?
I don't remember. I know he mentions it, but I don't remember.
All right, go ahead, Joey.
No, it's okay.
Go ahead, tell him what movie.
1941. There's two versions of that. There's
Doc-
two versions of
Dr.
what.
Strangelove?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. There's another film called 1941
with John Belushi and
Yes.
Christopher Lee.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I didn't know
I
that.
own that on DVD.
Yeah. Yeah, and the I can't remember the actor's name, but his name is Hollis Wood.
Yeah.
Is his character's name, and the Japanese are trying to. This Japanese sub is trying to invade the coastline of California, and they pick him up, and he's a oh my god, I can't believe I can't remember his name. Anyway, he's a Christmas tree farmer,
Right. Yeah.
and they take him prisoner and bring him onto the sub, and it's hilarious. It's a ridiculous.
1941.
1941, and because the Japanese sub commander, he's like opens this map because they're looking for Hollywood. They want to bomb Hollywood, right?
Okay, yeah.
Hollywood.
Hit America.
Yeah,
well, right.
and the sub commander's like, "Where Hollywood?" And he's like, "Right here." He's like, "Where?" He's like, "Right here, Holliswood. I'm sitting right here." So there's this thing that goes back and forth. But in the end, yeah, he's riding this bomb. Yeah, he's riding like Fat Man or Little Boy or something.
Yeah. Well, all right.
Yeah.
I have it on DVD if you want to borrow it.
Yeah.
1941.
Yeah, Dan
Okay.
Aykroyd's in it.
Yeah, Dan
John
Aykroyd's in
Belushi.
it. John Belushi, John Candy.
But
John
Strangelove
Candy.
did it first, though, right?
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
1941 came out in like 1977.
Not
It was after like Animal House and all that
Yeah.
stuff. But,
All right.
yeah.
Is it a Landis film?
Yes,
It was?
I'm pretty sure it is.
It
yeah.
might be. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, there's not much else to say about Armageddon. I don't think. I mean,
That hasn't already been said.
everybody's.
You can sing the song.
No.
We'll move on to number 7 then, which was Children of Men, which is kind of a disappointment for Hayden because it's
I
on
love
number
this
7.
movie. The guy did The Revenant, I believe. This was one of his first movies, and this movie was made before One Shot. Like Oneers was a big deal. They have like a long. They have this one battle scene, and the sound design for the battle scene is just phenomenal. Like you can hear so much cool stuff going on that just really immerses you into the battle that he's going through. And all he's trying to do is just get from point A to point B. He's not fighting anybody. But the whole camera never cuts away. And the choreography to pull this off was just mind-blowing. The premise of the film is the people are basically not able to have kids anymore. Women are not able to get pregnant. And it's been like 15, 20 years since the last baby was born. Well, baby was born. So this is like the messiah of this like apocalyptic world. And the guy tries to get the baby into safety. The baby gets taken away from him. He has to go through a battlefield in order to get to the baby. And you hear just tank explosions and gunshots and people dying and screaming. And he gets blown up at one point. His ears ring. And the first sound you hear through the faint ear ringing is a baby crying. And it's just such a part of the chaos that you don't pay any attention of it until you do. And you're like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
There it is. You know, it's one of the coolest ways to portray the plot moving forward. But love that movie.
Never saw it.
Sadly, it was also one of the ones that it cost more to make than what it actually made. It cost $76 million to make and made $70 million.
Yeah, but I'm sure by now it's probably made return off of streaming service.
Well, yeah, this is just it made $7
Box
million
office.
in the box office.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the guy, is it Cuarón? Is that the director? Alfonso Cuarón? I think that's the director. If I'm not, I'm really sorry, but yeah, he's an awesome director.
Who's in it? Who's in it? 'Cause I never saw it.
Children of Men. I think it's on Amazon. It was on Netflix. I don't know if it still is. So, but while Mitch is typing away, I will delay a little bit longer by talking about this movie.
It was made in 2006.
2006.
Let's
Okay.
see. Clive Owen was like the main
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
actor for the.
and
I like the fact that you talked about the sound because you don't realize how important sound is until you have to sit through something that has horrible sound.
we just talked about one of our giveaways was a Wilhelm scream, Wilhelm yell.
Yeah.
And like, you know, we played it in one of our podcasts, and if anybody could identify the scream, you know, because like you hear that in every Star Wars, Indiana Jones movie, whatever, you hear it, and you're just like, man, that's the same scream from that one other movie, but people don't realize it's in every movie. It's like the most used sound effect ever. There's a mashed cut of it on YouTube. It just cuts every movie.
It's like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So it's just different people dying and screaming the exact same way. So
Hell, that same pitch.
Yep.
That death pitch.
All right. What's the next one?
We'll move to number 6, which is Mad Max.
Love that. The original with Mel Gibson.
I could not get into that movie.
It's not my favorite, man.
That movie, I think, has the best opening. And like, for an apocalyptic movie, I love the opening, and I love the way they introduce Mel Gibson's character.
What is the plot to Mad Max?
No.
Can you tell me the plot to Mad Max?
It's a snapshot in time.
Yeah.
That's the person who doesn't know.
No, in all honesty.
Well, no, it's about a cop
you're
in
right.
the
You're right.
sort of post-apocalyptic.
Yes.
Some bikers, you know, they mess with him, and then he takes him out. Yeah, I get shot at now with the Nerf gun. And then they try to lock him up, and then they kill off some of the cops, and he goes crazy. And then he takes his family and tries to get away from it because he thinks he's gonna become like one of them if he stays on the road. And then like they find his wife, they kill his wife and kid.
Yeah.
And then he gets like the super awesome V8 Interceptor, and then just systematically hunts all of them down in like a great revenge shot. But the opening scene, like there's a car chase happening with one of the gang guys.
Yeah.
And there's cops chasing them, and they're just destroying everything as they go. And like, you know, he's listening to it on his police radio, like he's like putting like the alternator back into his car, or the distribution cap back into the car. And like they don't show him until a little bit later. Like he's sitting there, and like, you know, he's putting on the jacket, and he puts on the shoulder holster. You know, he's sitting there. He puts his sunglasses on. He's got the gloves, and all their cars say pursuit on him. As they're chasing him through, all this property damage is happening. The director even sacrificed his van for a shot. Like the whole car chase happened as they filmed it, in the hope that the cars would last long enough to make it really good, because it was the last thing they did, and they wrecked everything.
Yeah.
And then like,
it's a Cinderella Man story for George Miller, the director, because like he was one of those directors that just put every liquid scent that he had into this film, hoping that it would do good, and it did. I mean, for its time, it doesn't stand, I don't think, out today. But Fury Road is one of the best movies ever made.
Yeah,
Mad
Fury
Max,
Road is good. If you're going to watch the original Mad Max, you watch the beginning car chase, and then you watch the end where he gets the really nice blacked out car and then just hunts everybody down.
Yeah, and George Miller is one of the few directors that throughout the 4 decades that he's been directing, he's basically that old.
He's an omnipotent being.
Yeah, but those 4 decades that he's been directing, he is able to match the time of the audience. So he's definitely a good director. But yeah, what sticks out for you, Joey, with Mad Max?
The vehicles.
Yeah.
As a car guy, yeah, I got a buddy that actually owns a celebrity car museum, and he's got tons of stuff. So I'm a car guy, but the cars are awesome. You know, I'm a George Barris fan. You look at cars like the Munster Mobile and you know, and stuff like that George built. That's what really stands out to me. It's got a bunch of cool fight scenes and all that kind of stuff. But the cars are just bad.
Yeah,
the cars are awesome.
Yeah.
Out of all the movies on our list, it was made for the least amount of money. It took between $350 and $400,000 is what it says, but it made about $100 million.
Yeah, George Miller sacrificed his own car for.
Yeah, there's a shot where they're chasing down, like one of them, like they're driving, like they kind of get distracted for a second. He looks and there's like a van coming through, and he just plows right into like clips the ass end of it. And like the van like contorts up and like you folding it like a box and just spins around, and like the guys like they crash off to the side, and the guy's like, "We're gonna get it." He's like, that guy had his indicator on, like he had a turn signal. It's just like it's our fault. But like they all wipe out at the end, and like Goose comes flying down the motorcycle, eats it, crashes into the car, and the guy's like, "What the?" Like the civilian he crashes into, he's like, "What?" He's like, "What's going on?" And he like takes off his sunglasses. He's like, "I don't know, man. I just got here myself." He radios up to like Mel Gibson, telling him like, you know, everything's like 100% snafu. And then like the Knight Rider goes on his little tangent, and then Mel Gibson starts his car, and it sounds completely different than everybody else's because it's an actual V8. Theirs were all V6s, and his says Interceptor on it, and then he plays chicken with him and makes the guy hit himself. Great opening movie.
Yeah, it's good. So
all right, we'll move on to number 5 was Independence Day with Will Smith.
Best speech by a president
Jeff
in a
Goldblum.
movie.
Yeah.
all right, Can anybody do the speech for Bill Pullman's presidential speech?
No. Only Bill Pullman could do that speech.
Yeah. I want to see somebody do it. I want to see somebody do it pretending that they're Donald Trump.
Today is the day we celebrate our Independence Day. My hands are not small; they're regular sized.
If Donald Trump were to do that speech, I would vote for his reelection.
Yeah, if we got invaded by aliens from space and he does an awesome speech and we win, it's just like you're president for life. You can do no wrong, sir.
It's good. It's
aged.
It's very aged. There's some corniness. There's some of the, like just go with it writing to it. The whole Jeff Goldblum portion where they're trying to figure out how to get back at the aliens, and somebody is like, "Oh, my niece has got a cold or whatever," and he's like, "Cold, virus. We'll give the aliens viruses." And he like starts hacking away at his computer to crack some alien computer code to give them a virus. Like he could figure that out.
It's Jeff Goldblum.
Just came to his mind. Oh yeah, why didn't we do this all along?
Just hack this alien technology.
Yeah. The dumbest,
or the scene where they blow up like the Empire State Building or whatever.
Yeah.
With the lasers, like that looked really, really cool at the time.
Yeah, now it looks bad.
Now it's good.
Yeah,
it's very, very much a model. You can tell. So,
but don't worry, he's got his cigar, so that when the fat lady sings, he can smoke.
Yeah.
They go on and on about that, like at the beginning, at the end.
Yeah, victory cigars are a very important thing.
Yeah. Freaking Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Do you not carry one with you?
It actually made the most money out of all of them on the list. It made $817 million in the box office.
Is it Gore? The director, what's his name? Gore Valansky?
Roland Emmerich.
Oh, Roland Emmerich. Okay, yeah.
Did you do like The Patriot?
Yeah, they spent $75 million on the movie and it made $817. So.
Wow.
I know my parents contributed. I saw that in the theaters
twice. It's a lot
twice.
return.
The sequel didn't do so well, though.
No.
Yeah, it was a long time from the first one, I think.
Yeah,
well, it's because you couldn't get Randy Quaid back.
Oh, yeah, Randy Quaid, right.
He was too busy
evading
his taxes
holding
in Canada.
He was too busy hanging out in Canada.
I thought he died for the longest time. I really did. Randy Quaid.
Is he still alive?
Yes.
He's probably just home.
Talk about Cousin Eddie like that.
That's the best character ever played.
Yeah.
Somehow in the sequel they have like a 50-foot alien out of nowhere.
What?
Yeah.
Well, you gotta.
It's like chasing around. They're flying some kind of alien prototype ship or something, and it's chasing them around in the desert.
They're bringing back like Brent Spiner, the scientist guy that gets like pressed against the glass and puppet controlled or whatever in the first one. Wasn't he dead? They brought him back for the sequel for some reason.
Yeah, you think he's dead? Didn't he play? That was Data.
He was Data, yeah. I didn't want to go all nerd, but we can go there.
I knew that reference though.
Good
I
job.
knew who that was. I watched. I'm watching the show.
All right.
Going on to number 4 was War of the Worlds.
Which one?
The Tom Cruise War of the Worlds.
I like the black and white one more.
I like the black and white.
I've never seen that one.
What about the? Wasn't there like an '80s version of it too, or 70s?
It's been made. It's one of those that's kind of like Man in the Attic. It's been made like a half a dozen times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one made the most money though.
Yeah, it was $603 million that it made.
Yeah. I liked it. I had seen not the original black and white one first. I'd seen the mid 1900s one. I think it was like in the 60s when it came out. And I could see a lot of what Spielberg took from those films and injected it into his, and then like kind of blew it a little bit out of proportion with the whole like the cage blood sucking alien thing. That was kind of weird.
that was a new addition.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
The one thing that ruins that movie for me, Dakota Fanning was so annoying.
oh, little girl.
Yeah, like they were like hold up and like all this crap's happening. There's like laser beams and shit, and like all these bright lights and colors and crap shaking and everything, and like the house is like being ripped apart. And she's like, "Is it them?" It's like, "Nope, it's Batman."
Pizza guy's here.
Cousin Eddie comes walking out. He's like looking at his phone. He's just like, "Oh, my Domino's is here."
Well, what gets me with War of the Worlds is the whole thing comes down to they're like sick from our germs or bacteria. They could travel light years through space, and that's their problem. That's what gets them as a germ.
They never prepared. We're just such a dirty planet.
Imagine if they came here now.
They are coronavirus and stuff.
I mean, coronavirus might be saving us from extraterrestrials. We don't know.
That's right.
You never know.
This is us bracing them for the incoming alien invasion.
After that, though, that's why there's no sequel, because
They died.
all the other aliens out there like, ugh, we're not invading that gross.
It got out on like alien Twitter. It's just like Earth invasion did not go well.
You can see these aliens riding by like George Jetson. What's that over there? Dad, don't touch it.
All right.
We'll move on to number 3, I guess. 28 Days Later, which I kind of liked it. It's like zombies, but not zombies.
Haven't seen it.
All right. So the rule of this list was we weren't going to do zombie movies. This does not count as a zombie movie.
You could have filmed that there's zombies in it, maybe.
They are raged people. They get infected. They don't really bite. I guess they just.
I mean, if they bite you, it's transmitted through like either saliva. Blood or kind of saliva and stuff. So that's
but like you still like you're not a zombie. You just are infected with like this rabid disease, and you just run around and just want to hold people down and vomit blood in their face
and like rip them to pieces and kill them.
So
you become the Hulk.
So not
a
green. Zombie, but
they're not technically dead.
A zombie.
This movie came out before fast zombies was a thing. This was like the first people chasing people down, sprinting at full speed to grab people and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean they're not technically dead. They're just really, really sick.
And that's a zombie apocalypse I want no part of.
Oh yeah,
I want slow moving, like Shaun of the Dead zombies. I don't need this Resident Evil. We might do a top 10 monster.
Zombie movie one day, but Max Brooks, the guy who wrote World War Z and Survival Guide to a Zombie Apocalypse, he's like, I don't know why, but I guess he's like the subject matter expert on zombies. But
you write a book, you know.
Yeah, right. But like somebody asked him in an interview, and I don't even know how I know this, but that just goes to show you where I go into the deep dark web. Yep, I am that. But somebody asked him, what are the odds of surviving a zombie invasion or apocalypse? And he said 1 out of 3 if they're slow. If they're fast, it's 1 out of 7. And I was like,
"There's figures."
Yeah, they figured all that stuff out.
Somebody has taken the time.
Like I hope in like the interview, like he's sitting there, he has like a lab coat on.
The CDC actually has a plan for zombie outbreak, but it's like designed to where it would work the same for supposed to work the same for
Well, I imagine a zombie apocalypse,
viruses and stuff, but
it would.
Well, I just think how cool would it be if we find out that the vaccine for this corona stuff is actually meth? Just think. Just think about how much faster we could rebuild this country.
Meth ain't got no time for no coronavirus.
Everybody got to the space age quick. That century.
It's like some guy's just like shaking out a hospital bed. They just bring in a thing of meth. He just like sticks his face in a bag and he's just like, I'm so and ready. Like rips out his IVs and like runs and rebuilds a house.
Let's get to work.
I got stuff to do.
That's a good point. I mean, have people tried it yet? That's the question.
I mean, it's probably
people have tried it. Trust me. I don't know if they tried it for that.
It's probably happening.
And I was thinking I may actually take that up. My next New Year's thing, instead of a resolution, I'm just gonna be like the guy that I think I'm gonna take up meth.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm the guy that could beat it.
You can beat it.
I don't think anybody's ever said, this New Year, I'm going to take up meth.
New Year's resolution.
Like he's like, I'm going to take up going back to the gym and take up acting classes.
Nah.
I'm going to take up meth.
Yeah.
It's like you're skipping like weed.
You can say this because you've seen what meth do to people.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
He's like, but if I could harness that energy, the amount of good we can do.
But Danny Boyle directed this movie. I think it was his first real feature. And Cillian Murphy's first big movie too.
Yeah.
And it's truly terrifying. Like one of the best shots in the film is a dude running across a field, and it's like a aerial shot, and it just zooms out. And you see this crowd of just crazy fanatical people just chasing him across this field. And like the music's really, really intense. Great soundtrack.
Isn't that 20 weeks later?
Yeah,
where he jumps into the boat.
No, that's a sequel. I don't know. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. But that's how I remember it.
Well, I mean, this one kind of starts like The Walking Dead, which The Walking Dead came afterwards, but where he wakes up in the hospital and he has no idea what's going on.
Right.
He's just walking through London. There's nobody.
You wake up and you're just totally blindsided by this.
It's kind of
nickel.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. You walk says. Have you heard about Jared Leto?
It's the Subway guy, right?
I'm familiar with
the guy, the best Joker out there. No, he's the guy who played Joker in Suicide Squad that everybody hated. Well, he did some film or whatever, and he went into like a electronic hiatus out in the desert, like Moses or something like that.
Oh yeah,
for 20 days or something like that.
Wow.
So he's out there, no contact with anybody.
He's on a vision quest.
Yep.
Yeah.
He comes back.
High on peyote.
It's like day 8 of coronavirus, and he's just like, "Where is everybody?
See,
What's going on?"
I was watching
Nice.
a podcast, and they were talking like these people went on this like rafting trip for like 2 weeks. There's like no phones, no nothing, and they got back like a couple days ago. And like they came back and people were telling them like this is coronavirus stuff, this is everything's happening. England's on lockdown. They're just like, yeah, okay. It's like you do this to everybody with like coronavirus. It's like, all right, yeah, what's next? The Miller High Life virus? And like they get their phones, like they call their friends like, oh yeah, we're done. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah, that's wild. So that's basically the beginning of 28 Days Later.
Yeah.
It just comes out and it's like, where is everybody?
Rage.
All right, we'll continue on our list. Number 2, which is I Am Legend.
Yeah, have you seen that one? Will Smith.
Yes.
All right,
yes.
and it's based off of the original movie, which is called, with Charlton Heston, Omega Man? Is that what it's called?
I think so.
I have heard of that, yeah. I haven't seen that, but I have heard of that. Yeah.
I've never seen the original ones. Why do they call it I Am Legend? Do we know? No?
He's Will Smith. He's a legend.
Sure.
I don't know, but the dog was my favorite part.
Oh, Sam.
Yeah.
Man.
That was rough.
Like,
Yeah.
there's
It's Old Yeller, man. It's Old Yeller.
Old
you know?
Yeller to hell out of it.
Yeah.
But like that's the thing in Hollywood. Like, you can kill off any person. It doesn't matter how attached to the story they are. But if you kill off one animal, you're risking the entire movie.
Yeah.
You know? But they did it right. They put so much emotion in it to show his face when he's killing the dog.
Right.
You know, like that's just how sad and broken he is because of that.
Like the dog's like starting to morph or whatever.
Right. Pulls the clumps of hair out. But that's a crucial point in the movie because the whole point of the movie is like people they cure cancer, but the side effect is everybody turns into these like vampire zombie things that hide out in the dark. So he's immune. He's like one of the few people in the world who are immune. And he's trying to develop a cure for it. And so he's locked himself at Ground Zero in New York. And he spent like 3 years just working on this, doing blood tests and stuff like that. It's just him and his dog because his family died in the outbreak.
Because he's a scientist for the military. That's why he's looking for the...
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
so
that thing.
The whole point of the movie is he's just kind of breaking down. He's starting to give up. He just doesn't know if he can do it. It's been 3 years.
He's kind of going a little bit crazy. He's like at like the video store.
Yeah,
talking to mannequins.
He gets real close. He thinks he's got it. It doesn't work out with one of his test rats or whatever. And so he goes on to the next one. But he uses it on his dog when his dog gets infected. And then when his dog starts to transform, he kills his dog. And you just see like he gives up at that point. And that's when he goes to try and spoiler alert, but he goes and try and kill himself. And then he sees somebody, like an actual real person out there. And this person, the last third of the movie, is trying to convince him that, you know, there's still reason to hope and stuff like that. It's a really good battle of, of philosophy and character. And I like those hope stories.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. Great movie.
Like originally it was based off of Richard Matheson's 1954 novel called I Am Legend. I guess that's why they used that.
So that makes sense.
Then they made the movie The Omega Man in 1971, which then they made this movie. But originally it says that they were going to use either Tom Cruise, Michael Douglas, or Mel Gibson as the main character. And the director they were trying to get was Ridley Scott.
Oh man, it would have been a completely different movie.
Yeah.
Man. I think this is Will Smith's best movie ever made. I do.
The year right before it was put, like the last person they were trying to get right before Will Smith ended up being Arnold Schwarzenegger, so that would have been different as well. See him as a virologist.
I can't find the cure. I can't do my muscles.
He's just snapping dogs' necks. Not one tear. Smoking a cigar.
It's like he only goes out at night just so he could fight the vampire monsters for fun.
Come on, do it.
Kill me, I'm right here. Come on. He's like getting all suited up for like 20 minutes, like in Commando.
Yes.
It's like knife, shotgun shells, grenades, vest, more guns, rocket launcher, body paint.
He'd have been driving around like a big semi with like spikes and stuff on the front of it.
Railroad, like, train horns. Bulldozer dump bucket welded to the front.
And then
that's a movie that needs to be made.
We can move on to the last movie, which only reason it's number one is because me and Hayden both ranked it number one, and it had the most points at the end of this. The way I ranked everything was Interstellar. which if you haven't seen it, it's an awesome movie.
Joey's not seen it, so
I haven't.
So therefore, he's not a real actor. If anybody's, I'm just kidding.
There goes Joey storming out.
You think that I care about you?
No,
he's walking out of the room.
No, it's like I said, 2001: Space Odyssey is my favorite movie. I am a sucker for science fiction, space dramas. And Interstellar, done by Christopher Nolan, is like if you were to take 2001 and redo it to our generation. It's not as good in my opinion, but it is an amazing attack at the same vein of the theme of the movie.
I mean, Matthew McConaughey is the main actor, and I mean he does a really good job of making you feel like what he's feeling because he goes away or he has to go on this spaceship to go they're trying to find another habitable planet that they can logically get to with their technology of the time. Mm-hmm. And there's
the Earth's ending, yeah.
I mean, he basically has to leave his family behind. His wife, or not, his wife's dead, but he has to leave his daughter, granddad, and son behind to do this, knowing that he's probably never going to see them again.
Yeah. So Christopher Nolan's big thing that he does in the movie is he screws with the narrative a lot. He hates the idea of a linear narrative. So in any way possible, even in a war movie like Dunkirk, he will tell the story in flipped pieces of time, where it all convolutes and makes sense at the end. So the whole theme of Interstellar is time manipulation, and they use black holes. And they actually got a consultant, a theoretical physicist, to come to the movie and help them understand how time would be dilated around a black hole.
Well, it's a wormhole.
No. They go through a wormhole to get to the black hole.
Yeah, okay, that's right.
So there's a planet that's close enough to the black hole where that if they land on it, every minute on there is 7 years or something like
every hour on there is 7 years.
Every hour on this planet is 7 years in Earth time.
So they get stuck there for like 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah, they get stuck there forever, and then they finally get off the planet. And the best part of the movie is Matthew McConaughey watching his kids send him videos over those past 15, 17 years of them growing up and just ripping him to pieces. Just him sitting there just bawling, watching his kids just.
Basically watching his life go by.
Sure. Oh, it still gives me chills thinking about it. It's a great movie, and you feel like a theoretical physicist by the time you're done with it. You're like, yeah, no, great, yeah, string theory, yeah,
it's one of like the most like scientifically like accurate.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of delves into like a fourth dimension as well, quote unquote. But
there's a fun little twist at the end. Sometimes it kind of shoots off a little bit by like the final equation is love, Murph, and all right, but yeah, it's my favorite movie in a long time. I love it. So, well, there it is.
I think I'll watch it.
That's the top 10 of our end of the world movies.
I think it's pretty fair list. Interstellar definitely deserved to be number one. So even if you haven't seen it.
It was only number one by out of the way I rank stuff, it was only the number one by like 2 points above I Am Legend. So.
Oh yeah, if you agree with this list, or not, feel free to praise us or trash talk us on the Facebook page. And
please trash talk me.
Yeah, please. Well, actually, let's use this opportunity, Joey, if you want to give away all your social mediums. So if anybody hearing wants to get in contact with you or ask you questions or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. Of course, on Facebook, it's Joey Thurmond Actor. On Instagram, it's the exact same thing. So yeah, any of that stuff and all the stuff that's coming up, the 3 films that are coming out this year, and some other projects that are forthcoming as well. Are all the information is going to be up there about that, and of course, just like everybody else, you work really hard and you hope you hit. You work really hard and hope that everything comes together. But one of the things that I've learned is that it's more about enjoying, and this is going to sound really. I don't know, really today-ish, I guess, but it's really more about enjoying. For me now, it's more enjoying the process and doing it, and than it is at the end of the day when you're like, we did that.
Yeah.
Because for me, by the time I'm finished with it,
right,
I'm like, okay, what's next?
Right.
Let's move it along, you know. And by the time it comes around to the premieres and getting, you know, distribution and it getting out and all that kind of stuff, I'm like, yeah, that's great. But let me tell you what I done last week.
Yeah.
You know, that's where I'm at. And it's fun and it's really exciting. But at the same time, it can be unbelievably frustrating.
Yeah, so, you know, there might be some people that are just kind of bored or in a lull with whatever their mundane job is, and they've always been interested in film. They've always had an idea of what production is. They pay attention to the box office or something like that. But let's say, like, you know what? It's right here. What if I wanted to bite the bullet and try and just dip my toe and be an extra in a series or something like that? What would be your advice to them?
Then absolutely do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely, without question. I don't care what it is. I mean, obviously within reason, but if you're
not going to be the next big guy to pop out of nowhere or anything like that. That's not going to happen. But
nobody pops out of nowhere.
Right.
It just doesn't happen. You know, if it's something that you think that you may be interested in, absolutely go and do it. Go and see, because I guarantee you this: at the end of the day, at a bare minimum, if you go and work background or something like that on any big production, at the end of the day, you're going to step back and have an all new appreciation for what happens on a movie set or a television set and how it's produced.
Well, how would they do that if they just wanted to somehow be a part of a movie?
I think the easiest way is through social media.
Yeah.
You know, all of the background castings now are done primarily through social media.
So Facebook search casting agencies.
Yep.
Whatever.
Well, not necessarily casting agencies, but background casting agencies, or you know, things like that. And you can Google search that, Facebook it, and find them. There's some that are really good out there, and some that really take care of you, and you can tell by you know, the productions that they work. I think that it's fun. One of the ways that I gauge a production is who the crafty is, and crafty is who the caterer is. You know, if you pull up and you know that you see a certain truck on a set, you're like, oh, okay, well, this one's all together.
Yeah.
You know,
somebody's throwing Burger King bags at people.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So.
But yeah, no, I don't care. Obviously, within reason, I think that we should always do anything that spikes our interest. The last thing and that's one of the things that has scared me. And I've always tried to do every single thing that I thought of. If something crossed my mind and I thought, hey, that would be kind of cool, I'm going to go do it.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that terrifies me would be to sit in my rocking chair with my grandkids on my lap and say, you know, I wish I had done that.
Yeah.
I wish I had taken the time to do this or done that.
Right.
And so, you know, if you want to jump out of planes, go jump out of planes. You want to be on a movie, go be on a movie. If trust me, if I can do it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you seem like a guy who's full of tons of regret. So
yeah, absolutely. But you know, at the same time, if you're gonna do it, I think that you have to be smart about it, because it is show business.
Yeah.
You know, and business has twice as many letters as show. So it must be twice as important.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. When I got into it, you know, I was like everybody else. Oh, poo on business and money. That's not necessary. If I just believe hard enough, you know.
It's the heart of the cards, friend.
Shut up.
Perfect line.
Hold that again. No. But if I just believe hard enough, you know, it'll make it happen. But no, money and art are very much dependent on each other, and that's the way. Our biggest export out of this country is entertainment. The all-encompassing umbrella of entertainment. That's what we put out more of our country than anything else. And with our American capitalistic ideals, the money part is very much just as equal to the art part. And there's no other way to make one without the other. You know, I mean, it happens. Somebody can Jackson Pollock, you know, blood splatter all over a piece of canvas and call it, you know, whatever, and it makes $1 million. Okay, but you're not going to do that. So,
right. But I think that it is important too to know that the business part of it is not just the money part of it. Mm-hmm. You know, the business part of it is also defining a strategy, setting goals, working to get to that goal. And just like with anything, it's important to set, I hate to say realistic goals, because that sounds really nonchalant or average.
Right.
But, you know, if you have an end goal, okay, this is the simple way that I break it down to myself. is I say, okay, in 2 years I want to be here. I go to the calendar and I write down where I'm going to be at the end of that 2 years.
Right.
Then I drop back the week before. What do I need to accomplish the week before to get me to that week?
Right.
And the week before and the week before and the week before. And you have to be able to adapt. I think one of the biggest things in this business is always is to be available, be willing to move.
Yeah.
Don't ever be so concreted in that you can't take that step.
Right.
Because if you are, that opportunity, when we're presented with these opportunities here, you know, it generally only comes once.
Right.
You're only going to get it once or twice.
Right.
You know, to break it down just a little bit, just really quickly, like The Son of the South, the Spike Lee movie, there are literally thousands of actors that were submitted by their agents for that one supporting role that I landed. If you get an opportunity to audition for that role,
right,
you're doing really well. You're way above the average.
Yeah.
Then if you get a callback, you're almost winning the lottery at those statistics.
Right.
And then if you get down to the point to where you're signing your name on a piece of paper, you have literally beat out thousands of other people to get that one spot and get that one shot. So the immense importance, even if it's just a very simple 1 or 2 line part, the ability to go in there and be professional around the crew and the other cast and to do it adequately, and then to leave that performance on film to where it stands out in some kind of a way, so that hopefully your next one is going to be, hey, let's talk to that guy that was the boxing coach in Son of the South, or that guy that was the wrestler in The Marks, or let's talk to that guy.
Yeah.
That's kind of who I'm seeing when I write this.
Right.
That's where, as an actor, you want to be.
Right.
And you have to be able to move. When those opportunities come, you have to be able to say, okay, well, sink or swim, here we go.
Yeah.
And you cannot backpedal yourself. So, you know, I got 2 coaches, and I act every day.
Yeah.
I act every day. I have an in-home studio, and I set things up, and I do it every single day.
You're acting right now.
If it's a mall, of course I am. Because
Are you even Joey Thurmond?
Most of these people are going to believe what I'm telling them. So, but you know, you and it's just like, if you want to be a good ball player, you got to go practice.
Yeah.
Don't just think that you're going to stroll in there and know what's going on. So, my advice is to do it. Sorry, long answer, but to say to go and do it. And honest, sincerely,
it's great advice. And that, believe me, there's tons of people. I work with plenty of them that, you know, they ask questions, but you know, they don't want to. They're afraid of the image of the failure and stuff.
Oh, you're gonna fail.
That's what
you're gonna fail.
That's what I say. Like, for 1,000 auditions, you're probably only going to get one callback.
Oh yeah, so, you're gonna fail. Right. And here's the thing with auditions, you do the best, and this is something that took me a while to get there. And one of my coaches is really good about telling me this. You do the best performance you can on that tape or during that audition and walk away.
Yeah.
And I've had my agent call and be like, hey, we got an offer on this part, boom, boom. And I'm like, okay, remind me, what is that? Because I may have already done 5 or 6 more auditions, or that may have been, 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Right.
And literally, I've already forgotten about it. When I walk out of the room or when I walk away, I'm done. I've done the best I can. There it is. I'm strolling away. I'm going to walk away whistling and twirling a cane.
Yeah.
Because it does me no good at that point to think about it. I'm a little league baseball coach, and I tell my boys, when you hit the ball, you're done. Your job now is to do nothing but run. You can't hit it again. So throw the bat down and run, right? Yeah. And it's the same way with acting.
Yeah. Well, it's good advice for anything. So, all right. I think we got through just about everything we needed to hit for today, except for... No. I'm inspecting this wheel.
Oh, he thinks there's foul play.
Oh, wait. Shameless plugs. Make sure that you guys check out the Marks movie, The Marks. Make sure you check that out. It's on social media as well. Make sure you like it. They just dropped a new trailer last night. I have no idea when this is going to air or be available, so it may be in a couple of weeks earlier.
We'll make sure to include everything that you've got going on into our Facebook page.
Sweet. So, outstanding. It's a ridiculously stupid, funny movie.
Yeah.
And
I think so. If you have any links or anything to anything, if you You can send it to Hayden, and then we can post it on the Facebook page, or he can send it to me, and I'll post it. Whatever.
Absolutely. I mean, just my character's name is enough to make you want to watch. It's the real deal, Jack Dixon.
Cool. Also, our shameless plugs.
On Buzzsprout.com, it's just Entertain This. That'll take you to the page that has all our podcast episodes on it. On Instagram, it's entertain.this. On Twitter, it's entertain this at this.entertain. On Patreon, it's entertain this. It's patreon.com/entertain_this. And then on Facebook, it's just the Entertain This podcast.
So are they going to be able to see this on the screen? This is video, right?
Oh, yeah. The camera's right there.
Sorry, guys. I got a little excited.
Put your pants back. Sorry about that. Whatever. All right, moving on to the Wheel of Death.
The wheel, because Hayden doesn't believe the wheel is fair anymore.
I don't. 3 and 5.
And away we go.
Sweet.
It's McGee or Mitch Punished by Me movie. Samurai Cop 2.
I think I'm going to watch this at work.
You can. I'll do some inspections or something like that.
Nice. The movie was so bad it was funny, so that's fine with me.
Now the shoe is on the other foot.
We'll get with Joey.
I'll wait till Brandon's
after we cut here, and we'll get some of his worst ever stuff that we could throw onto the wheel.
There's a bunch of it, man. Are you talking about my stuff personally that I've done? No, there's a bunch of that.
I mean,
you don't have to be in it.
Unless you think it need apply, but no, like just some stuff that we can throw on the wheel from you.
From your opinion,
yeah, a little taste of
yourself.
Sorry,
did I say Mitch being? I mean Hayden.
I think one of the first shows that I ever done, they actually filmed it with like a Kodak disc.
Microwave.
It was ridiculous. If you watch it on the Commodore 64,
but and again, if you have any ideas for some horrible movies, TV shows, and/or video games that you want us to unfortunately review, by all means, throw it on the Facebook page, and Tom over there will put it on the Wheel of Death, and so if you guys have any other suggestions about stuff you want us to talk about, let us know in any of our various mediums. Obviously, if you put a $1 bill behind that in the Patreon account, we will definitely talk about it. So
money talks.
Wow. Yeah. All right. Well, that is goodbye from Joey.
Thank you guys so much. What an honor. Thank you. Seriously. It was great to be here in the porta potty with you guys. And,
close confinement.
Great acoustics.
The acoustics are amazing.
Horrible smell.
Don't mind the random flatulence.
It's fantastic. I don't think I've ever enjoyed having 3 other men sit on my lap so much. But seriously, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. Thanks a lot.
You appreciate it enough. We might have you back. I don't know. But watch Interstellar. We'll
Somebody's sitting on the urinal next time. Right?
Bye from Tom.
I can't follow what he says. I'm just going to say bye.
There you go, Mitch.
Bye.
And from me, Hayden. Until next time, goodbye.